Hey there! You're watching Downunder Derby TV.
Welcome back to Sydney Boys High. This is the second to last game for the Murder Down Under tournament. My name is Mel O'Drama.
And I'm Janice Jobham.
And we are about to see Vanguard from Melbourne play the ThunderQuads from Buenos Aires in Argentina.
From Vanguard, we have number 5, Lucky Phil, 12, Simon Chambers, 22, Princess Twinkletoes, 361, Carnage, 51, Pretty Escape Machine, 671, Coupe Deluxe, 80, Flamin' Galar, 934, Harry Spotter, 117, Faster Chief, 1212, no Mosh Pit, no Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, sorry, this is not.
That is Vanguard.
Yeah, he is actually from... Oh, yeah, sorry, no, never mind. Number 3, Lulu, 39, JS, 511, Serial Killer, 75, Just Incredible, 52, McFly, 99, Maverick. And our bench managers, Honey Collider and Victoria beat her. Sorry about that. I have a different list in front of me.
I'm going to look at this list in front of me. The easy-to-read list. From the ThunderQuads, we have 08 Pibe, 0207 Sosa, 10 Chispa, 12 Cruz, 17 Mr. Borderline, 2 KQ, 28 Raichu, 4 Bergarlo, Bergasho, 420 Morsa, 44 Publitox, 7 Santa, 800 Terminator, and 99 Donet. And on their bench, we have Francesca, Plasic, and Turbanegro. I'm going to work really hard on those names.
You do such a fantastic job. On the track, we actually have Mosh Pit Jiu-Jitsu.
And Moshi is up against Chispa. Chispa going to the outside and being sent back to the inside line. Vanguard playing in the blue. And the ThunderQuads streaking out in front in the black. They have the lead jammer status and a power jam, with Moshi sent to the penalty box for a track cut.
Which means that it is a power jam now for the ThunderQuads, giving them the advantage. Another player coming off the track for the Vanguards. Number 39, JS.
JS voted most valuable blocker in the previous game.
Oh, wow. Cool. Moshi's standing, getting ready to come back on track now. And he's out. Another Vanguard player heading to the box now. Number 80, Flamin' Galar.
And in the meantime, Chispa adding 5 to their score. It's a good way to start a game, I think, with a power jam.
Absolutely, another 5 added there.
Moshi, though, doing the fancy footwork to stay in bounds, and he completes his initial pass. Chispa happy to call that after scoring 4 more points. That's 9 points for the ThunderQuads. And we're here at the Sydney Boys High for this tournament, 2 days of Boy Derby. And we had neglected to mention that actually the land that the Sydney Boys High is on is the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. They've been the traditional custodians of the land since forever.
Absolutely.
And we pay respect to their elders past and present.
Okay, Lucky Phil now on the track, laying on top of the rest of the ThunderQuads.
Very serious play there. All right, well, it is a good opportunity, Janice, for us to I guess talk a little bit about the history of this land. I'm not completely familiar with the Gadigal people, but I do know, or I do believe that in the Eora Nation, they were the ones that quite inventive, came up with the idea of catching eels the easy way, where you would get a stream, you'd dam the stream up, and then you'd just cut a little hole in the top of that dam, and the eels would have no choice but to go through that little hole, making them super easy to grab. So
That's great.
Australian inventiveness,
Yes.
all the way back, well, some people say 40,000 years, some people say 200,000 years, but certainly a long time ago.
Perfect.
And we are back to the Derby.
I like the national history that you're giving us.
I'm here for everyone.
Absolutely.
I have been practicing my Spanish, so
Perfect.
I think we're all in trouble. Those of you who might have been watching the ThunderQuads Smash game last night, we were lucky enough to have a Spanish interpreter with us. The Spanish interpreter hadn't spoken Spanish for the last maybe 10 or 15 years, so it was actually quite entertaining to have the translator have to translate back to the ThunderQuads and then back again.
Yes.
In all fairness, she could have been completely making it up and we would have absolutely no idea what she was saying. And we are receiving tweets today, so if you'd like to tweet us, please feel free. Officials are pretty cool. Thank you so much to everyone who has officiated this weekend. The officials, as always in tournaments, do an absolutely smashing job. They are here from dawn and they are the last ones here as well.
Putting down a track, taking it back up at the end, making sure that all the paperwork is done, especially when it is a qualifying game.
Indeed, it is sanctioned. Every game in this weekend has been sanctioned by MRDA.
Artie Butt Power, thank you very much for your tweet there.
And just to let you know who the referees and non-skating officials are today, we've got Denominator, Came Over, Axiom Addict, Bobo Buzzkill, Border Patrol, Devil Spawn, Izzy For Real, KK, Kim Tonkin, Mother Superior, Necromancy, Rawn Bear, Refinatrix, Sparkles, the Spanish Inquisition, Seath Lord, Statusfaction, Switzerland, Kathy Salas, Corkscrew U, Deathly Bellows, Double Dutch, Fifi Firestarter, Flucy Lawless, General Payne, Leo Slayer, MOD, Nasty Surprise, Purple, Sister Mercy, Stockard Slamming, T-Rex, Tinker Belter, Travis T, and Whip Kraken. And then, of course, we've also got the crews from Downunder Derby TV. Thank you so much to all the people who have staffed the cameras and also the vision switching desk.
Absolutely. There's so many people putting in a lot of hard hours to make sure that this comes live streamed to you over the internets, webs, whichever one you want to choose.
Alrighty, we've got Faster Chief on the jammer line for Vanguard in the blue.
And
Cruz.
Cruz, who is our lead jammer.
Cruz has a very distinctive style, you might notice. Most of the men playing this weekend have been quite upright in their dirty style.
I was speaking to someone yesterday. A lot of falls, hard falls onto the ground. They're not as, as...
There's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic.
The centre of gravity isn't as low as what women's are naturally, so they do have a bit further to fall because they are more top heavy.
And you'll see Cruz, he's very fancy with his feet. His feet are constantly moving. His upper body stays relatively still, and he sort of pivots around his hips. You can't really see when he's stationary like that,
no.
But when he gets going, you'll see the feet going everywhere, and he has a fantastic track awareness as well. Really, the only skater I've seen get down very low, you're yet to see in this game, and that would be Pibe.
Pibe, very low.
Pibe gets very low. It must be very, very annoying to try to block him. He gets down so low.
I think when he gets so low that he actually becomes invisible almost
He's
to the
like
other
a ball.
skaters.
Like a little derby ball that just rolls around. Cruz on the inside.
Still trying to fight past Lulu.
Lulu's not easy to get past. Flaming Galar
Absolutely not.
using his battering ram there to hold Cruz in place.
Varsity Chief taking a hit there from number 44 from Buenos Aires.
44 is Pablitos.
Thank you. Pablitos actually making a big impact here on Varsity Chief.
And Faster Chief back against the chest of Pablitos again.
Great play there by Pablitos, making sure that Varsity Chief didn't get any leeway there at all.
No leeway, no points.
No,
10 for the
exactly.
ThunderQuads.
Exactly. We have the jammer for ThunderQuads actually in the bin, Cruise, which means that Moshi is our only jammer on track, giving the Vanguard the advantage there. Don't forget to tweet us. We love the tweets.
And if you're wondering at home, Mr. Borderline, the player from the ThunderQuads that was injured back in that first part of the game, he is looking a little bit unhappy, a little bit. Gosh, that's going to hurt a little bit, but he is certainly fine.
ThunderQuads up 19 to Vanguard 0.
What Vanguard do have is the beat. If you can see in Moshi, he certainly has the beat happening.
Absolutely.
He's getting his groove on. We're rocking it out here at Sydney Boys High. It's very difficult with music over the live stream. In case you're wondering why we don't put music over the live stream, it's because we've got to pay copyright.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if you want to give Down Under Derby TV some funky beats, preferably something of the trashy 80s dance variety,
We love it.
we would be able to accommodate you with your tunes.
We have something.
It's not really trashy 80s though, is it? I wonder would it be a breach of copyright if I were to sing some things? Singing's fine. All
Singing's
right.
fine. Great thing I've got a good voice.
I know, right? Wake me up before you go. Oh, Moshi's about to go. It is, of course, a power jam. Moshi trying for the outside line. No pack is called. He's got one to beat, but that one is Donette.
Moshi out. He looks like he's been hit on his neck. Vanguard have a full pack. However, the ThunderQuads actually only have 2 blockers left on the track.
Straight through the middle of them with 5 points. The other thing that Moshi has is a loose thread, so it looks actually quite fabulous there with it flapping around behind him. It's the new look of roller derby.
Cruz is out. Looking like Bergalo actually got a high block there for that hit to the throat. Centre of the box there.
And Moshi will need to take a little bit of time to reset from that impact.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. He didn't look very happy. Lucky Phil on track again now after his incident earlier where he was on top of a few players. Legs up against Raichu. Raichu quick off the mark, however, stopped there by Just Incredible from the Vanguard.
And bouncing straight off the back of Pretty Skate Machine as well. Lucky Phil having to get past Donne and Pablitos.
I believe there may have been a bit of discussion whether Lucky Phil would have been ejected for the earlier incident, which is why we had that long official review happening, timeout happening. The officials getting together and deciding whether they thought that it was actually reckless or what it was. They decided that he's still in the game, so here he is now having a play.
Lucky Phil going for the jump on the inside. Pardon me, that wasn't Lucky Phil at all. Not even in the right coloured shirt. Raichu going for the jump on the inside line. Not able to land it though, so he's stuck behind Lulu and Just Incredible.
Bergalo giving Lucky Phil quite a hard time there. Lucky Phil's trying super hard to get past. However, now number 99, Donne, is actually giving Phil a hard time. Phil's through though. coming around for, as our lead jammer, coming around for his scoring pass.
Flaming Galar having Raichu up on his right shoulder there. Drawing him back after forcing him to the centre of the track.
Yeah, absolutely. Begalo just forced a cut track on Lucky Phil by heading to the back of the track. Back of the pack, sorry.
And with that track cut, this gives, well, it was Raichu with the power jam, but Raichu has passed the start to Donnet.
Sosa falling over, coming back on the track from the box. Sosa is a great hitter. Watched him in the last game. Amazing impact on a lot of the players from Smash.
The blockers from the ThunderQuads are certainly very, very strong.
Absolutely.
The jammers are very agile and competent, but it really is the blockers that are buoying them up today.
Yep, absolutely.
And with a power start, Lucky Phil standing in the penalty box. That means there is less than 10 seconds to serve in his penalty.
Beauty.
Pibe is certainly going to make the best of this opportunity.
Absolutely.
And we have an official timeout called. Thank you so much for the Junkyard Jerks. They are from Maitland Roller Derby League.
Giving us our instant replays there. We've got more Good Luck Vanguard tweets coming out. Raw Girl 13. Thank you for your tweets.
I am not even sure what that sentence meant.
No, I'm sorry.
No, maybe tweet in the meaning of your tweet. Un saludo a mi vieja la radio something.
It looks like maybe a tweet
slower.
from Argentina.
Or Petersham, maybe.
Where's Mr. Borderline?
I don't know about reading that word.
Fuerza, border.
De nada.
Donna just coming over to say hello, something on the tweet for us.
Borderline, Mr. Borderline? Something about Mr. Borderline. I'm not actually sure.
Forza.
It's hard enough when it's...
Number 4, I think. Is that,
well,
no?
Mr. Borderline is 1-7.
No, I don't know. Then I'm so sorry. I'm
Number 4 is Bergarjo. I've been practicing that one all weekend.
do you know what I might do? I might get out my Google Translate.
Yes, indeed. That's how all the good translations happen.
Okay, we're just looking at the penalty board now. Vanguard, I don't think I've seen this many penalties yet for this weekend on any of their...
And it's Jam 5.
Yeah, absolutely. We're only like 9 minutes into the whole thing, or 8.5 minutes into the whole thing. And
check out the pace of Peebo there. P-base, pardon me. Apex jump on the outside of the track. You don't see many of those around here. He's going to give it another go. Lucky Phil's still on his initial, trying to get past Mr. Borderline.
Vanguard on 10, ThunderQuads on 23. ThunderQuads leading.
Bergarjo holding back Lucky Phil. Reforming, taking him on his chest. Borderline to beat, and he is through.
Lucky Phil actually doing, I'm through there.
Not sure that's a good plan this early in the game.
No.
Let's not taunt the bear.
It's a bit cocky, isn't it?
All right, Lucky Phil back where he was.
Yeah.
Put some points on the board. Just Incredible in there to give him an assist.
P-Bear is actually in the box, which means this is a power jam to Lucky Phil. Mozart coming out of the box now. Lucky Phil getting recycled there by all those.
The wall reforming. Bergarjo up against Lucky Phil. Lucky Phil now against KQ.
P-Bay standing, about to come back on track. Vanguard on toes, ready to stop him.
Vanguard going to have to get down low to be able to stop P-Bay. Just Incredible wanting to chase him down, but there is no point. P-Bay is absolutely speed on wheels.
Mozart putting his body on the line there to stop Lucky Phil.
Lucky Phil trying to call that jam off. Not able to because he wasn't lead jammer.
No, P-Bay was, and he was sent to the box, which means this is now a 2-minute jam with only 9 seconds left to go in this jam.
Lucky Phil is going to finish it up between those two jammers, KQ and Bergajo.
ThunderQuads going crazy, thinking this has been a great jam for us. Even with BB in the bin, it's been a great jam for them.
ThunderQuads actually the loudest team I've ever seen play roller derby. Thunderously celebrating all of their little victories.
Matty Bruiser and Dangerous, thank you for your tweet.
And we'd like to hear from you from the games gone past this weekend. What has your opinion been on the most valuable player and why? Faster Chief, Donne trying to force Faster Chief to the inside. Does so, and he has to come back around.
Chispa for ThunderQuads. Also trying to push his way through the front.
Faster Chief being held back by Publitox and manages to get past Donnet.
Faster Chief is our lead jammer.
Faster Chief ejected from the last game for, I think it was a bit of a mistake. Went for the apex jump, didn't quite do it safely, and
it was seen as reckless, and he was actually kicked out. Yep. And it was only in the first half, so it was, it was a bit of a hard time, I think, for the rest of Vanguard to see that happen, although they did come out winning that game.
Publitox back on his feet, super quick.
There was a star pass there to Donne. Cruz now on the jamming line against Moshi.
Moshi
giving
recovered.
each other a nice handshake.
Moshi recovered from that hit to the throat there. It did look pretty grim, and I think anything that affects your breathing can be quite scary.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's that star pass in that replay just then. Our penalty board for the ThunderQuads looks a lot cleaner than what the Vanguard does at this point.
Moshi very unhappy with the call there. Missed the borderline.
Missed the borderline, giving Moshi a hard time there, saying, "Come at me, brother." Just Incredible sent to the box.
And Mr.
Flaming Galar also sent to the box, which means that there's only so far one
Moshi with his helmet off.
One Vanguard skater on the track there, while another one was coming out of the box. Number 22, Princess Twinkle Toes. They did a great job there, just stopping that jammer from coming through any further.
And these games are all sanctioned by MRDA, MRD. Oh, there are too many letters. By the Men's Roller Derby League.
Association. I think that's
the
what
Men's
the
Roller
means.
Derby United Rolling League people. And that, of course, means that the level of refereeing and officialing is a very high level. It also means that the players do come here with a much higher intensity.
Absolutely.
And I think the intensity is starting to show here. Tempers are getting a little bit frayed. Hopefully this time out will allow everyone to just take a deep breath.
Yeah, absolutely. With only 16 points between both teams right now, and we're almost halfway through the first half. It's getting quite intense. We haven't really seen this close a game since the Smash versus Brisbane game that we had earlier today. I think this is a good pairing, this game. Good match.
Good match.
Raichu now on the line against Faster Chief.
And two of the more senior skaters from Vanguard sitting in the penalty box. We've got Flaming Galar and Just Incredible.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
I think they are.
I know.
Justin's got that little twinkle in his eye that says, "Mum."
Oh, what have I done?
All right, so we've got Pretty Skate Machine and Princess blocking for Vanguard. Faster Chief is getting a briefing from Honey Collider. Honey Collider is their bench manager. She's, of course, a skater herself. Is she in the Queen Bees, I believe?
I'm not sure, to be
I
honest.
don't think she's in the All Stars. I think she's in the Queen Bees for Victorian Roller Derby League.
I just have to say, watching Princess Twinkle Toes and Pretty Escape Machine earlier was amazing in one of the other games, those two, and I can't remember who the other blocker was. There was 3 of them that were just this tripod of force that stopped every single jammer that came towards them.
They are strong
amazing.
Individually, but they also work really well together.
They're
So
amazing
pairing
together.
those two up is a great asset to Vanguard.
Someone thinks a KP from Smash should be MVP this year. Okay.
And
You did a great-
Raichi with an apex jump gets him out as lead jammer. Raichi going past Faster Chief. Mr. Borderline stepping up the intensity. He's a bit of a smart aleck, really, you might say. Pointing to Faster Chief where he needed to re-enter in the track. Faster Chief with the panty off. Pardon me, the helmet cover off. But the pivot, Princess, gone to the penalty box. I didn't see what their penalty was.
No, and there's another blocker now for ThunderQuads being sent to the box, meaning there's only 2 blockers on the track for ThunderQuads now.
That was Mr. Borderline, so the sass has left the track.
Yeah, the Sass has left the track, absolutely. I don't know, another 800 there. Terminator is actually giving a little bit of sass to Pibe back on the track against Lucky Phil.
There are a lot of little conversations going on with referees here. Flaming Galar just finished chatting to head referee Denominator, and now Just Incredible, both of them from Vanguard, having a chat with Denominator, pointing at his elbow. I'm not sure if, I assume that means, he feels there was a penalty with a forearm.
Yeah, perhaps.
And
Just Incredible being the captain of the Vanguards as well, though, it's got a bit more of an impact on what's being said to the refs at this point in time. Oh, Lucky Phil pushing through there.
Lucky Phil up
And
against
he
the
is
chest.
lead jammer.
Pushing up against the chest of KQ to get there. Flaming Galar going the opposite direction.
Pibe being stopped there. He is now through, though.
Lucky Phil stepping past KQ. KQ sent off for a penalty.
That third blocker before that I was thinking of, it was Lulu.
Yes, indeed. Lulu
Princess
certainly.
And Pretty Skate Machine, the 3 of them. Those 3 together are amazing.
Lulu, a very disciplined blocker,
Absolutely.
turning up in all sorts of spots where you didn't quite see him. For a big bloke, that's quite something. And
Very agile, very quick to get around.
quick on the
Surprise.
feet.
You're like, hey, hi, surprise, I'm here. Here we have a tweet.
Sacale una foto Ari. I'm guessing photo is a photo. You'd like us to give you a photo of us?
Yeah.
All right. Hang on a second. We'll see what the crew can organise.
No.
There's the camera. They're going to leave us
Are
hanging
you
here,
sure
aren't
it's
they?
us they want a photo
It's
of?
not really us, I'm sure. It's a shame. We're very... Oh, hello.
Hi.
Thank you for your photo request. Oh, goodness. Now we're huge.
No, we don't want to be huge. We have Faster Chief on the track now, up against Cruz.
Chispa.
Chispa, sorry. Chispa.
Chispa, the smaller of the 2 men. Cruz much, much taller. Cruz very fancy with his feet. Got a bit of a dance motion to it. Chispa skates a little bit like he is an ice skater, ice hockey player.
Faster Chief out in front is our lead jammer right now.
Number 51, Pretty Skate Machine from Vanguard, managing to force Chispa out.
Faster Chief, apex jump coming through, picking up a quick, easy 5 points.
And the pack all caught up on turn 2 there. Faster Chief playing like there's no one else there.
Faster Chief is closing this gap here.
He needs to go back behind Donette. Donette seemed to be yielding, but seemed to be looking at the referee that he'd gone in front of him.
He's like, hey man, what are you doing?
And Just Incredible again, thinking that he had Chispa sent off for a forearm.
That means it is a power jam to Vanguard.
Pretty lucky to not get called for an insubordination there, I would guess.
I think so as well. KQ stopping Faster Chief there on his own. He seems to be the only Vanguard skater on the track at this point. He's wearing the pivot cap.
The under ThunderQuads skater. The others are all in the penalty box with Pablitox just let out.
Back on the track now, Pablitox. Faster Chief sent for a cut track there, sent over the inside line by KQ. Sitting as Crispa being sent back on the track, and just incredible, hot on his tail.
Chispa trying for the inside, but getting taken down by Lulu.
We're only 10 points apart here.
And all the blockers are back from the quads. Only Faster Chief in the penalty box. Power Jam coming to an end now with him returning to the track.
KQ, star pass there. Sorry, a star pass to KQ there. Crispa handing over the star. We have Moshi on the track now, up against Simon Chambers. Cruz. I'm sorry. Wrong team.
That would be awesome to see. Who wouldn't want to see Moshi up against Simon Chambers?
Vanguard against Vanguard.
Now, it's 11 points the difference in the favour of the ThunderQuads. In terms of the mental game, Janice, I did notice there Moshi clutching at his throat a bit there as he was standing on the jammer line. That's
just now?
Just now. It's got to be a bit of an indication. I mean, maybe he's feeling a little, I want to say trepidatious, but that word really is a little bit too big.
Yeah, I don't know what it means.
A little bit cautious.
Yes, there you go. That's
or
something
perhaps
I understand.
Perhaps he's psyching. You understand the psyching part.
Yeah,
perhaps he's trying to psych out the ThunderQuads.
Look,
or maybe his throat's just
at
sore.
the same time, you've got Moshi on the track, and you've also got Mr. Borderline, who is actually the one who keeps taunting. Giving Moshi a hard time, so perhaps it's a little bit of a mental play as well here.
And Moshi in between Sosa, Mr. Borderline, and goodness, I don't know who that other player is. I'm terribly sorry.
Sosa has been sent to the box there.
And Mr. Borderline, it looked like he was sending himself off for a forearm.
Mr. Borderline is in the box, but he's been sent back on as their blocker box for the quads are full. Is full, I should say.
Mr. Borderline taking on Moshi again, and now it's left up to
just incredible. And Mr. Borderline, Mr. Borderline just came and did almost like a revenge hit to Just Incredible. Mr. Borderline being sent off again, which means he's actually got to be sitting 2 penalties now as he got sent away from the penalty box only a second ago. Saucer being sent back to the box as well. This is nuts. Crazy.
And Janice, your experience, will he serve that first penalty, come out of the penalty box and go back?
No, he didn't. He came in and he was told to leave as the box is full, so he left, and so he should be sitting a minute now.
And Moshi feeling very distressed there. He felt it was an illegal play on his player. However, the referees saw it as a low block from Moshi. So Moshi giving away the power jam. A lot of conversations happening between the bench, the players. Honey Collider desperately trying to hose down Moshi, trying to take it down a step.
Cruz now getting a cut track from the ThunderQuads being sent to the box. Moshi has just been released from the box.
So that's the full 30 seconds for Cruz for that penalty.
Absolutely. Mr. Borderline back on track. I didn't think that he had served his other penalty, but I think that there will be a check now as I don't know what's happened.
Moshi managing to get his hips past those players.
I have one question. Where are ThunderQuads from? They're from Buenos Aires in Argentina.
I'm suspicious of that question. Do you think they're testing how we say that? Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires in Argentina.
I can sing Evita if you really want me to.
I don't think there's any need for that ever.
Never mind. I'm not even going there. It looks like there is an official review for Vanguard there, questioning what's going on there with that whole perhaps the revenge hit, perhaps something else that's happened.
Was it a revenge hit? It's hard to say, I think.
I watched it. I witnessed it. It was pretty full on. Yeah.
This game is operating at a pretty high intensity. As I said, it was interesting to watch the bench. Honey Collider there telling her player Moshi, just take it down, be calm, focus on me.
Absolutely.
He was focusing on, I imagine it was Mr. Borderline, and Honey was, quite persistent in saying, focus on me, focus on me. On the other side of the track there, you could see the benchies from Argentina a little bit poking the bear.
That was a really tough jam there. That thank you for the tweet. It was. Everyone was on the floor. It was down, up, down, up, down, up.
And this is where we see the quality of the referees and non-skating officials. They need to watch all of this while skating backwards. All eyes on the players, and this is also their 9th game for this weekend.
Yeah, it's been a really, really full-on whole weekend that they've had. Maybe we can get the camera over onto the bench so that the people from Buenos Aires can wave to their team. Perhaps. I'm not sure what we can do.
We will arrange that in a sec. Thank you so much to the camera operators and the crew from Downunder Derby TV. We are saying hello to everyone back in Buenos Aires in Argentina. The camera is over there.
I tried.
You did try, and this extended time out there will hopefully contribute to taking everyone just into that little breath, a little bit of calmness being brought back into the game. Some players do really well with this level of intensity, this level of angst. Some players, most players, do much better when it's just a little bit calmer, a little bit more focused on the game rather than the opposition players.
Absolutely. I'm not sure who's sitting in the box there with the jammer from ThunderQuads.
Let me see.
Is it Mr. Borderline?
Cruz and Mr. Borderline.
Yeah, okay.
You can tell by his shoes.
He's
got the baby blue skate wheels, so white skates with the baby blue wheels.
There you go. So maybe this is the penalty that I thought was awarded before that he didn't sit. Perhaps this is what he's doing now.
Very possibly. Yes. Just incredible in the centre there. Flaming Glar making some sort of indication that he feels it was a high block.
Yeah, I don't know that Flaming Glar's supposed to be there right now.
Maybe he's just visiting. Flaming Glar was the bench manager for the All-Stars for VRDL.
Oh, wow,
for many, many years.
Yep.
He's certainly no stranger to Derby.
Yep.
And it was a little bit sad to see him move on, but of course VRDL never not landing on their feet, are they? They went on to have...
hang on,
remember
I'll just
her
listen
name
to
now.
what this was.
Oh, one moment, yes.
Blue team called an official review to look for an expulsion on a black player. The referees deemed that no contact was reckless, an expulsion will not be given, and blue team lose their official review.
So blue team, being Vanguard, they asked for one of the ThunderQuads to be expelled, but the referees do not think that is necessary. So Vanguard lose their official review. Each team gets 2 official reviews, 1 per half. And if your official review is not successful, you lose it. If it is successful, you get to keep it and use it again.
So at the moment, Vanguard out 3 points in front to the ThunderQuads, 48-45. Penalty board there for the ThunderQuads. You can see Mr. Borderline is on 4, as is Borgalo. Borgalo.
Bergasho.
Okay.
Bergasho.
And looking at that, the Vanguard seems to have settled a little bit with their penalties, although they've got more players with penalties.
Spreading it out,
They
sharing the load.
It out. So there you go. There's your penalty board for you.
And Vanguard coming to this tournament with an absolutely full squad. Chock-a-block could not have brought more players. And that certainly served them well in terms of fresh legs. Mind you, the level of fitness that Vanguard come with, they could probably play with a squad of 5.
Yep. Oh, there you go. There's that replay. Not quite sure whether that's what they're talking about. Oh, this is the revenge hit I think I saw earlier. Oh, no, hang on.
Alleged
Revenge hit. I'm sorry. I should not assume. It makes an ass out of me. You guys can do what you want.
Lucky Phil, the only jammer on the jammer line. He is from Vanguard in the blue.
As Cruz sits in the box with Mr. Borderline.
Vanguard with a slight advantage here, 48 playing 45.
Lucky Phil sneaking through that pack of black and blue, coming out as lead jammer, giving a little high five to himself in the air. Fist bump.
Donette being thrown as a battering ram up against Lucky Phil, but Lucky Phil bouncing off.
Lucky Phil being forced to the back of the pack when Cruz comes on out of the out of the box, sorry.
Bergasho holding onto the tail of Lulu there. An interesting tactic there when one blocker grabs the opposition blocker just by the shirt.
Mr. Borderline back on track now.
Mr. Borderline jousting it with Lucky Phil. Lucky Phil now against Donette.
Donette running to the back of the pack.
And we have a clear penalty box. Now, Mr. Borderline seemed to me to be going in the opposite direction. But, of course, the perspective from back here at the commentary desk is very different to the track.
Lucky Phil only picking up 4 points there as it was a no point, no pass.
Cruz being shoved out of bounds. He wasn't happy with the call. We could be saying that all day, really. Flaming Galar being pushed over a bit. And the
star pass there.
Donette with the star in his hand, but driven out of bounds by the Vanguard blocker. Vanguard blocker JS.
Flaming Galar on as well as Lulu.
Bergasho holding back Lucky Phil. Lucky Phil at a standstill.
Mr. Borderline back in the bin and now back on track again. I didn't realise he had left again, but there you go.
And that was for either a stop block or a blocking in the wrong direction. Oh, pardon me, that was Donette. And Donette with the jammer star on his head, giving Lucky Phil the power jam. That jam coming to a close. Vanguard, specifically Faster Chief, will start with a power start.
Maitland Rollers are proud to team up with Downunder Derby to bring the instant replay this weekend for MRDADU.
But how good are Maitland Rollers? They're a friendly bunch.
They really are. Thanks, guys.
And they have come forward to pay for all of these replays. It is absolutely fantastic support of the Derby community.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to try reading this. Tierra del Fuego present Piratas del... that looks like Beagle to me.
Biglet? I'm so sorry. I
they
wish
could
I
be
could
making
read what
you
you're
say
saying.
anything,
Faster Chief
really.
now as our lead jammer doing a beautiful 360 pivot there on the inside of the track.
Look, he doesn't look like a big, strong guy, but if he's going to be able to push over KQ, he's doing pretty well.
You know, Terminator just hit Faster Chief there when he was in motion. It was a really great hit. There goes Faster Chief.
Faster Chief not scared to do the apex jumps. I say that in the context of him being expelled from the last game because of one.
Exactly. Look, I just thought he landed that one just then, but, you know, he's gone back and he's made his own decision.
He did land it, and then he lost his footing.
Yep.
And that block looked to me like Faster Chief's face going into Terminator.
Terminator's really giving Faster Chief a really rough time here.
But Faster Chief rewarded with a 5-point pass. Only 6 minutes left in this half.
And once again, you know, it's a power jam to Vanguard as the ThunderQuads jammer sits in the box. He's now standing, Donette. Donette is now standing. He's on track again. hitting the back of the pack, but, you know, Faster Chief's already made a huge impact, already 15 points ahead in this jam alone, bringing the score 71 to Vanguard, 45 to ThunderQuads.
Faster Chief with just that one to beat. That was more so that he had to beat. And an interesting thing on the side there, Morsa sent off for a penalty, nearly taking out the bench manager from Vanguard, nearly taking out Honey Collider there. Would that have been a penalty, Janice Jobham?
I know that if he went into the
if he ran
actual
into the penalty box, that's an expulsion.
It's reckless. Yeah, because you should be able to control yourself as you go towards the box.
Well, he completely lost his footing and nearly sideswiped Honey Collider there. So that would have been an interesting thing for us, for our learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it seems a lot of high tension right now on the track and off the track around the place. It's just,
Moshi back on the jammer line.
Lots of stuff happening. Moshi on the jammer line against Raichu from ThunderQuads.
Raichu with a very fluid motion, a little bit from the Matrix, I feel. He's sort of very floppy in his upper body, very different to the way that someone like Cruz jams. For example, Cruz very stationary in the top.
It's actually really funny you say that, because I think in the last game where I was commentating in-house, Raichu actually did something, and I mentioned that he looked like he was from the Matrix.
Yeah, you know what we say to that coincidence? Whoa. Moshi coming around for his scoring pass.
Picking up
his way
5 points. Almost 40 points ahead.
I mean, any jammer who can lap another jammer is doing well, but for Moshi to lap Raichu, that's pretty great work.
Absolutely. And he's called it off, picking up another 4 points. That brings them over double. Is it? No, sorry.
Just short of double.
Just short of double, sorry. My maths is off. Lucky Phil.
Lucky Phil seems to be the most chilled guy on the track.
I really actually think that myself. Pibre up against Lucky Phil.
It's kind of alarming when you look down and see that.
What?
There's a picture of us, Janice.
Oh, shut up.
No, true.
I wish I'd stop doing that.
No, it's true.
I'm going to have to wear a bag over my head.
Do you know what's better than wearing a bag over your head?
What?
Better bearings.
Better bearings are pretty damn good.
Are definitely better than wearing the bag over your head. Better Bearings, a proud sponsor since forever for Downunder Derby TV. Better Bearings have been a fantastic supporter to the idea of taking Derby to the internet. So thank you so much to Better Bearings. If you guys are thinking of getting any sort of skate gear, go and check out Better Bearings.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to have to give someone a bit of
a bag of Better Bearings? Beating them over the head with a bag of Better Bearings. That's the sort of thing that commentators need to do, say bag of Better Bearings over and over again.
Look, I'm not on screen for a reason, all right? Watch the game. Okay, still we've got Lucky Phil up against Pibre.
Pibre, of course, as we've been saying, gets down super low, probably the lowest player of them all. And we say, there's presente. If there is a Spanish and English speaker out there in Tweetsville, if you could tweet to us what that means, that would be fantastic. Because there was like words that looked like present and words that looked like pirate. So
you like us? Maybe they're saying you guys are great presenters. We love you.
That would be it.
That's what we're going to take from this.
You're a pair of tough pirates. Lucky Phil being driven to the outside by Donnet. He's back behind the jam line. Lulu trying to hold back Pibre, as is Flaming Galar. Simon Chambers holding on the inside line with JS. Pibre just duking left and right, getting down low, but not low enough. Look how low JS gets. And Pibre makes his way through. Not the lead jammer, though.
Lucky Phil being sent to the box. Although Pibre is not a lead jammer, he is now the only jammer on the pack, making this on the track, making this a power jam.
So there's a full minute left in this jam.
And only 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this whole half.
On the 3-wall, Simon Chambers, Flaming Galar and JS reforming to try to hold back Thibae, but they have a lot of support from their blockers. Sosa just offering a bit of an assist. Thibae not really needing an assist. He skips and he jumps.
Wow, JS really far away from the pack there, although not called for an out-of-pack block.
Thibae certainly wasn't happy with that.
No,
but
he
Lucky
wasn't.
Phil is back on the track. He's duking up against Burgashore.
And Donne. Hibre coming through and scoring another 5 points. It just makes it look so easy.
It's a very lively bench that we have to our right. ThunderQuads reacting to everything. They don't do the Zen bench thing.
No. They thrive on the adrenaline, it seems like, don't they?
And Thibae finishing that jam sandwich between Flaming Galar and JS.
Here we go in our replay. You can see Lucky Phil and Hibre there, both fighting to get through. Lucky Phil seemed to be out in front, however, was not.
Thibae, as we said, getting down low as he skates around.
Faster Chief now on the line for Vanguard and Chispa for ThunderQuads.
Chispa trying for the inside apex jump.
Stepping over his teammates there. It seems to be a lot of locked arms there. People, just not letting anyone through. There is a cut track there awarded to Chispa. It seems he's going off the track, which means that it is a power jam.
And Faster Chief making his way through. Not the lead jammer. So again, this jam will go for the full 2 minutes, 1 minute and 15 seconds left. And it is the last jam for this half.
Absolutely. Vanguard out in front, 87 to ThunderQuads 61. But this is, who knows what will happen.
Faster Chief trying to get past. Just Incredible offering an assist with Flaming Galar. And Simon Chambers as well. Faster Chief caught behind, that was Donette. Donette and Morza.
Faster Chief not quite sure what was going on there. Morza actually didn't realise that he was in front and he could have taken Faster Chief back. They're really giving him a hard time. Meanwhile, Chispa comes through and passes. I think this will be his first scoring pass.
And that jam called off in time.
Yep. Time ran out just in time.
No points added to the ThunderQuads score. Vanguard's bench manager, Honey Collider, in the centre with captain Just Incredible. And they are chatting to Denominator, the head referee. He's got a big job right now.
Absolutely.
And we will wait to see what's happening with this this chat. I don't think it was called in as an official review. So I'm guessing the outcome will not be a significant one. There won't be a penalty awarded or anything like that.
No, well, it's just a chat. Vanguard have already used their official review this half, and I didn't see that the...
Turbonegra did not call one either?
No, but she could call one once they're in there. They have the right to do that, to be able to say, hey, now I don't like what you've just said. This is now an official review. So, you've got that opportunity once you're back in the middle with talking to the head ref. Anyway, the score is Vanguard 92 to ThunderQuads 61. This is half time.
We were going to leave you with those Junkyard Jerk replays, and we will be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, see you later.
So why am I awake 4 a.m.
You're watching Down Under Derby TV.
Only 1 minute to go until the second half of our Vanguard versus ThunderQuads game.
Then we got a course from Melbourne, Australia, and the ThunderQuads from Buenos Aires.
Bad dreams, I see them crying in the dirt. Bad dreams, well, the last girl in the dirt.
We had 3 days of lockdown.
Yeah, I know, it's been
This whole day. Glorious 3 days. London and Sydney used to have good weather. That's the rain plugging into your brain. My name is Mel O'Drama.
And I'm James Drummond.
And we are here through the virtue of having it down under Derby TV. Which makes it murder down under and down under Derby TV. And the word under, I believe, is abajo. I was telling someone that the other day and they said, that's me. I am abajo.
Thunder, yeah.
E.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can we have that tweet again? We are going to have that tweet again. That means we have to put in extra energy. Thunder y juntarno con la pared. We really should have that translated so we know that we're not saying anything that's illegal.
Del Vico. That's from Del Vico.
The officials are doing an absolutely fantastic job.
Absolutely.
Big shout out to anyone out there in official land. If you are here at this tournament, obviously, thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. And if you are a referee in your own league, in your own town, we really do appreciate the work that you do, because without you guys, obviously, there would be mayhem.
Yeah,
We wouldn't
Derby
call
would cease to exist.
Well, it would become Battle Royale. Which is
Like it was 10 years ago.
in fishnets. Battle Royale in fishnets. If anyone is familiar with that Japanese movie, if you're not familiar with that Japanese movie, you need to get yourself to a video shop. And I said video shop because I didn't want to promote the illegal downloading of other
absolutely
people's
not.
intellectual property.
That is... okay, someone... The last one was actually and to join with the wall.
All right, join with the wall. And we have kicked off the second half with Moshi jamming in the blue for Vanguard.
And Chispa for ThunderQuads in the black.
I think most of us are hoping that the intensity is going to step back a little bit, so we'll be able to appreciate the Derby in all its form.
Yeah. Maybe this short break has been able to help all skaters, both teams, be able to get their mental game back on track.
Pretty giving a little bit of an assistance to Moshi. Moshi, though, being hit out by Bergacho.
Chispa, our lead jammer in this jam.
With one to beat, that is KQ. KQ is a small guy, but geez, he is strong.
Yeah, Moshi through now, not lead jammer, however. He's through. Chispa calling it off before Moshi couldn't even enter towards the back of the pack.
And Chispa not having to go behind the pack of blockers, because the blocker that blocked him out, they basically all went out of bounds. So you don't need to yield to any player who goes out of bounds.
Absolutely not.
And the scoreboard at the moment, 92-65. A shout out there by Ved Martz.
Go ThunderQuads.
Go to Thunder.
Yay! Okay, we have number 12, Cruz, on the track for ThunderQuads against number 5 on the track for Vanguard's Lucky Phil.
Flaming Goulart taking the helm there, trying to tell the blockers where to be best positioned.
Cruz actually being sent to the box, leaving Lucky Phil as lead jammer and in the power jam status as well. So
I think before someone asked me if Lucky Phil was truly a cool dude there skating around in sunglasses. He is a cool dude, And I think he is wearing the sunglasses to protect his, his
nice
eyes,
apex
his
jump.
brain from the fluoros.
Fair enough. I feel his pain.
Cruz back onto the track. Power jam is over. Lucky Phil with trying to get past Donnet. That wall of three being braced by Sosa. And Pablito's now doing the bracing. Lucky Phil going shoulder first. Trying to find a little space.
Oh, he looks like he's already picked up all the points there.
Did you see the deep breath before he went and pivoted around and got through?
I did. He's picked up 5 points there. I don't think the Axiom Addict has realised that Cruz has been back on the track. He's given him 5 points. Or am I mistaken and he did pass Cruz?
I thought he did pass Cruz, but that's why we have junkyard jerks.
And Lucky Phil calling that jam off. He is our penalty board. We've got
Bergershaw on 6.
Mr. Borderline on 5 and Donnet on 5 as well.
So anyone on, once you reach 7, that's the end of your game. You are fouled out of the game. So that's why those ones are in an orange colour.
Yeah.
Vanguard, however, much less penalty heavy.
They're keeping it calmer now. They've, through about after that long time out that they had halfway through the last half, they actually took a breath, took it down a bit, and actually got their stuff together. Faster Chief now on the track for Vanguard.
Raishu up the front for the ThunderQuads. Raishu unable to get past Just Incredible, Lulu and JS. Oh, pardon me, no, that's Simon Chambers.
And Rachu actually being sent to the box there,
Faster Chief laid out on his back there.
which means it's a power jam there to Faster Chief.
Even Stephen, one of our non-skating officials today, actually operating the camera for Downunder Derby TV, just helping out there. It's just a constant reminder of the value that we have in our non-skating officials.
Absolutely ready to pick up and do anything for their league or for Derby in general. Faster Chief being hit out there by Donnet.
Donnet does the big hits and then
Absolutely.
gets back up super quick and then drives the players all the way back. He has done that for half a track.
Yes, he has. Raichu back on track now, out of the box. However, not wearing the star. Got it in his hand. For safekeeping, just in case he might want to pass it over to someone else.
The someone else there would be KQ, of course, with the pivot stripe. KQ right at the back of the pack, though.
Yeah, KQ is busy.
He's not going to receive the star from back there.
No.
Mr. Borderline trying to direct traffic again.
Absolutely. Helping Raichu there at the front.
Raichu, I saw
just
his shoulder.
incredible. Just incredible. And
Forcing a track cut, as he'd suggested. Mr. Borderline to the penalty box, and that puts him on 6 penalties.
absolutely, it does.
24 minutes, just over 24 minutes left in the game. Sitting on 6 penalties. Janice Joam, what will the bench managers do?
I don't know. Look, I've been in the position myself many times being a bench manager for Weird.
Weird, of course, Wollongong Illawarra Roller Derby League.
High penalties. That's where you want to. That's where you find them. But
You just said that out loud, right?
Oh, I don't care. Okay, we've got
Janice Jobbin no longer the bench manager for Weird, and in fact just been locked out of the Wollongong area generally.
They're not going to let me back down the hill. We've got Moshi on track now against Pibre.
And a very cute moment just now in the middle of the track where we had Denominator, the head referee, Just Incredible, the captain of Vanguard. Just Incredible, a fairly tall man, Denominator sort of, a little bit tall for a guy, and Honey Collider in the middle there, and both of the men bending right over so that they were Honey Collider's height.
Kitty Cannon will go ThunderQuads. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, why not?
Thank you.
Thanks for tweeting. Thanks for being here.
Thanks right back at you, Kitty. You know, we also have another sponsor.
We do. Who is it, Mel? Any minute now. Come on, man. You
It's
can't
on
do
the tip of my tongue.
something like that and then back it up.
Maybe you can guess who they are. Skate Project.
Skate Project. Of course, it's Skate Project. Thank you so much, Skate Project.
How could you forget Skate Project? They're here every week. And sitting right behind us, in fact, with the headphones on going, what am I paying my sponsorship money for?
Absolutely. If you can't
Yes.
even get it right, what the
Can't
hell are we
even
doing
remember.
it for? I know, right?
Thanks to Neil. Skate Project, of course, running a big online shop. You can have a look and buy all of the pretty things and all of the functional things. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff that's both pretty and functional. Check them out online. That is Skate Project.
Okay, Denominator walking over to one of the ThunderQuads skaters. It looks like we may have a foul out. I'm not sure who it is. He's spoken to the bench manager. Now he's talking to the skater. I can't see from this angle who it is. But it looks like number 420.
420
Morza
Morza.
has is either sitting a penalty.
Morza looks like he's sitting a penalty.
Absolutely.
I don't see anyone else leaving, so I don't know if he's sitting a penalty for someone.
Go ThunderQuads. Thank you for the picture. Here we go for another. No replay. Here we go for on the track again.
Moshi up against P-Bay.
Yep. Two of the ThunderQuads blockers sitting in the box, giving Vanguard the advantage, I guess you could say, in this jam.
Certainly the pack advantage there, and they will relish the thought. Moshi 2 to beat. Those two, though, are KQ and Pablitox. They
Moshi.
managed to drop him out of bounds and force a penalty. A forearm penalty, in fact.
So Moshi sitting in the box now. Buenos on the track on his own, a power jam.
P-Bay paddling his way on the outside there. Just does that little 1 foot paddle to get him a little bit of speed as he gets down low.
Here comes Morza and Mr. Borderline back on track now. Buenos not getting past Flaming Galar. Princess Twinkle Toes. Yeah, stopping Buenos at the front. Not for long though, and here comes Moshi. I think they're going to have some very passionate ThunderQuads.
I feel the after party is going to be an interesting place to be.
Yes, I think so too. Buenos calling it off there. Picking up a beautiful 14 points for that jam.
There are huge point sways, so anytime the game is quite close, quads are behind by nearly 30 points.
Yep.
But those 30 points can be made up in just 2 jams. It's like the days of old Derby when a power jam would swing you 20 points, no worries, because you were sitting in the penalty box for a minute.
Absolutely.
But these fellas are going hell for leather. Their blockers are super strong, able to hold back the opposition jammer. This game is going to be won by the blockers.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Now you see we've got Lucky Phil on the track there. I'm getting looks from one of the refs. Border
Serious
Patrol.
referee looks over the shoulder.
Oh no, I think it's going to turn into a
focus
dance off. We have Lucky Phil on the track against Crispa? Chispa, sorry. I always say Crispa, and it just looks like Crispa, like, in the fridge. When I look at it quickly.
It's Chispa.
I know. I've got to get my words right. My name's right. It's very disrespectful for me not to know. I'm sorry.
Lucky Phil acting as the 5th blocker. They're holding Chispa back a little, but that confused me because there are 2 blockers from the ThunderQuads on the track.
We have jammer on jammer happening right now. Lucky Phil is lead jammer. However, Chispa is right in
Cheese
front of
Bar
him now.
with a much more explosive acceleration. They're getting the better of Lucky Phil.
Yeah.
That jam called off with no points added, and it was long enough for Cruz. I was going to say for Cruz to get back out of the penalty box. He wasn't in the penalty box.
He
I am
wasn't.
besmirching his good name.
Lies, all lies.
Cruz and Faster Chief taking the moment to say g'day and to show that mutual respect for each other.
And then that's nice. And we've seen that in pretty much all the games so far. And this is probably about the first game I haven't seen that every single
It's been a bit
jam.
rough and tumble.
Yeah, it has. It's been, you know. Here we
Faster
go.
Chief using
KQ
the
and-
floppy body to try to get past, but doesn't quite do it. Has to go back behind Donette and Morrisa.
Cruz actually in the penalty box now, making this a power jam to Faster Chief, who is our lead jammer.
All of the ThunderQuads on the track though. Terminator holding back Faster Chief. Flaming Galar trying to give Faster Chief a bit of an assistance.
They're making a Terminator sandwich, aren't they?
Faster Chief on his knees.
And here comes Cruz back on track now.
And that was a fantastic way to kill that power jam. ThunderQuads blockers just absolutely crunching the Faster Chief.
Lulu knocking Cruz into a spin. And it was like, it wasn't even 360. It was probably like about, I don't know how many, 1,000.
Two of them.
Huh?
Two of them.
Yeah, it was about 3, wasn't it?
And again, Vanguard jammer holding his throat there.
Again.
And this time it
Interesting.
was Faster Chief. He looks okay. He's got a clear face, but he is holding his throat, sitting on the bench.
We seem to have lost the penalty board light up, which actually helps us see what's going on. They're just fixing it now.
And there's the penalty board there for you. Not very many penalties for Vanguard still. Vanguard playing as clean as they can, I guess.
Mosh Pit, our lead jammer for this jam, getting told to run by Honey Collider. And there he goes, straight over the apex, making a 5 easy points.
Honey Collider urging Moshi to just calm down in this power jam. Play it smart.
Terminator missing that hit there on Moshi.
Moshi managing to mush on past Morza.
Yeah.
10 points added to Vanguard. Vanguard starting to look a little bit more comfortable there, but 18 minutes to go.
Raichu out of the box now.
And the ThunderQuads bracing there in that 4-wall.
I've just noticed that Mr. Borderline has a line through his number. Does that mean he was ejected? I didn't see that happen.
He may have fouled out.
Fouled out, yes.
Not so very sure.
I didn't see that happen, so he must have. That must have been what's happened in that break that we had.
When we saw Morsa sit the penalty, Moshi just sneaking past Donette as Donette had lost his footing, and Raichu sent to the penalty box.
Vanguard lining up on the outside, just letting Moshi do his thing. Donette falling on his backside, so Moshi can skate straight past.
And Morsa, some communications happening between Switzerland in the centre, one of the non-skating officials, and the penalty box timer indicating that Morsa, number 420, is actually sitting 2 penalties.
Number 99, Donette, there working super hard to try and stop Moshi. And actually, they had a few a few hits against each other. However, Moshi coming through. This is a cracking game. Both teams holding nothing back on the track. It's true. Absolutely true, James. They really aren't holding anything back, are they?
Moshi rounding the corner there going, oh my goodness, that cut out just as I caught it was on.
I have.
And we see the VR. Sorry, I keep going to call them VRDL. The Vanguard. Not very many penalties. Mr. Borderline fouled out of the game.
I have a feeling Mortza might be on his way out as well. Mortza's sitting in the box now. They're having a chat about it. I'm not sure what's happening. Although Mortza on the board only has, 6 points. And he's sitting in the box right now, so... Oh, no, that's sorry. No.
Morza only has 4 penalties.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong person.
Baragajo has 6 penalties. There's quite a mixed bag of penalties as well. I'm not actually sure what FO means.
That's foul out.
That's a foul out. Okay, 1,
So
2,
that's why
3,
there's 8
4,
there.
5, 6, 7. Right, so you need to count, is what you just said.
Okay, so it looks like number 44, Labitox, took a chair out in the actual penalty box, which could mean reckless skating, which could mean that he is being ejected from the game. But we're not sure yet what's
we
happening.
were talking about that earlier, weren't we?
We totally were. We totally
I can't
were.
remember which player it was that nearly took out Honey Collider.
So
These rules exist so that no one gets hurt. The prime concern of Derby is that players get to play another day, and that referees and non-skating officials as well are safe.
Okay, so it looks like Moshi is actually going to be sitting a penalty in the box. We've already got the jammer from...
So the jammer, Raishu,
Yeah, Rochu is actually standing ready to come out. It looks like there might have been a forearm from Moshi. Yeah, forearm. And being confirmed it's a forearm. Thank you, Canage. Thanks, Down Under Derby. This is great game and great coverage. Oh, thanks. We're doing our best, Adam. Everyone's working super hard here the whole weekend to try and make sure that we bring every game to you live as happens.
it's been 2 very long days. Anything that starts before midday for me is a long day.
I hope you guys are enjoying watching this. Thank you so much for watching this. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be playing. Thank you so much.
And that was Canage from Vanguard. I think that was thank you for watching. I think that's what he was saying. Do you think that's what he was saying?
I'm fairly sure that was what he was saying. Now, just to be clear there, Canage sitting on the bench there, waving to us, telling us that he loves us. We said we love him back, but Harry Spotter right next to him, looking a little bit jealous. I just want to be clear, we love you too, Harry.
I don't think Harry's actually hopped on track this whole game. He did hurt his ankle in the last game that they played, so perhaps he's sitting on the bench, as a backup. I'm not sure, but I don't believe he's actually hopped on track this entire game.
It's a shame to not see Harry skate. He has incredible leg strength. He again, not doesn't look like a muscle Mary, but once he gets on the track there, it's that incredible leg strength that he just powers on through the blockers.
And here we go. We've got Raichu actually jumping out of the box at the beginning of the play of this jam.
And we've got Moshi standing in the penalty box,
Mortza actually in the penalty box as well. So
being joined there by Terminator. ThunderQuads continue with their heavy subscription to the penalty box. Simon Chambers going to join them. Simon playing for Vanguard.
Moshi, our lead jammer, a hard hit there on KQ. KQ's now taken the jammer panty off Raichu.
And JS in the wall, getting down so low, his head was nearly on the ground.
I did not see that.
There was a wall between KQ, Flaming Galah, and I think that is Pretty Skate Machine. And JS was down so low, he's like in line with Flaming Galah's knees.
Wow.
I'm not sure it was an intentional move.
Once again, we've got Hibre up against Lucky Phil. 1, 2, 3, probando. What is probano? Do?
Could well be.
I'm not sure what that means.
Slight pack advantage
We're looking
to the
it up.
ThunderQuads. Pibe trying to get down low but not getting past Just Incredible. Pibe catching the forearm of Lulu, but nothing called. A fantastic jammer on jammer, Stoush.
We've just had translation. It means 1, 2, 3 testing.
Excellent. Pibe with, as we said before, Pibe with more explosive strength than Lucky Phil, but Phil doing a fantastic job hunting all of
Absolutely.
that down, stopping the ThunderQuads from scoring anything. See it again on the replay. Lucky Phil's long legs serving him well.
Donne up the front there, high-fiving even Vanguard players and giving each other a little pat on the back for, you know, the work that he's done. And we have Chispa now on the line and Faster Chief, although it seems there is a timeout to the ThunderQuads.
Do you know what we should talk about?
We should talk about everything.
We should talk about Skate Project.
We should.
Do you know why we should talk about Skate Project?
Because she's sitting behind us and we
And
might
we
not...
forgot her name.
Yeah, exactly.
That is terrible.
I
We are
do
terrible
know
humans.
Tennille's name.
Yeah. I can never remember Tennille's skater name.
No, neither can I.
Skate Project. It's too many things to remember. I'm just going to remember Skate Project because that's what you're going to type in when you get onto the internet and you're going to do a search and see all the lovely things that you didn't know you needed.
Tennille's derby name is Charlotta Plank.
Of course it is.
Well, I had no idea. So, you know. Mozza. Vamos.
I did have an assistant, OMG,
Something
from
about crazy. Hurry up, crazy or something like that. Praying for thunder.
Morza actually means walrus, we think, in Spanish. I'm not sure if that is true.
Mozza? Walrus.
Morsa?
Maybe
Walrus.
we can look it up.
The ones that I've worked out, thanks to Google Translate, and thanks also to OMG from in the West Roller Derby League in Sydney. We know that Pibe is Kid.
We have
Cheesepa is Spark. We've got Cheesepa jamming for the ThunderQuads.
against Faster Chief from Vanguard. We've got Flat Track Protocol sitting behind us doing some translations to try and help us out here. Thank you so much, FTP. He's also...
It's all part of that Downunder Derby TV service.
Switchboard, making sure we get all the good views. There you go.
Faster Chief with a big jump on the inside apex.
Just removing the star from his helmet.
Too far away from the pivot though, the pivot being KQ.
Almost did it. Almost passed through, but not quite. Vanguard stopping. Flaming Galar just got a big push to the chest and is now... Chispa is actually going off track. He must have...
Blocking with the head.
Yeah.
He
into Flaming Galar's
head-butted
chest.
Flaming Galar's belly. 5 points added by Faster Chief to Vanguard.
So far the score is Vanguard 139 to ThunderQuads 79. 13 minutes still left to go.
Faster Chief laid out by Morsa, that will be his last penalty for today.
It will
He
be.
will be fouled out, and that will be the second player fouled out for the ThunderQuads.
KQ also taking a trip to the box.
Faster Chief trying for the outside. The skip doesn't quite get him through. He has to go back behind Pablitox. Pablitox forming a two-person wall with Donette.
Chispa fighting against that wall of blue at the back there.
And the advantage going to Vanguard having four blockers on the track instead of two. So referees will need to deal with Morris's seventh penalty.
Let's see. Lucky Phil had a premature celebration. Did he? I didn't see that.
Lucky Phil
That
likes
was
to celebrate.
Hans Oferbach, which was actually one of our announcers earlier today.
Hans is actually meant to be at training for the Central Coast United Roller Derby. Something CCRD.
left?
Central Coast Roller Derby United.
Has he left already, or Oh, he has.
So
I hope he's not driving and tweeting.
we have P-Bay, and the scoreboard has just gone off. I'm not sure.
That's okay. We've got something in front of us.
We do have the screen is still on. We aren't able to continue with the game if the scoreboard isn't working. So
no, that's right.
that is the relevance of that comment. P-Bay turning and having a look at Moshi. Moshi calling that jam off.
No, so there is a mini scoreboard on a computer over in the corner. If you can see it in the back of the view here on.
I like that you're pointing at it.
I am.
So viewers at home know.
You guys
it's
can
where
totally
Janice
see
is
that.
pointing.
Can you see that in the background there? It's just moving to the. Oh, you took it off screen. Oh well, that's all right. The main board isn't up, but there is still another one just for a backup. This is the exact reason why we have the backup screen in case the big one goes. Here we have Lucky Phil dropping off P-Bay to the rest of the Vanguard blockers.
Lucky Phil getting down low and crawling underneath the Terminator's arms.
Lucky Phil being sent off for blocking with the head. Making this P-Bay's power jam.
And P-Bay having to get past Lulu.
And he's got a low block, so he's also gone to the box as well.
I believe that was the block that he had with Lulu. So these will be two very quick penalties, each jammer only having to serve, they serve penalties in pairs, each jammer serving the same amount of time as each other.
Absolutely. Which means Lucky Phil's back on track, and now here comes P-Bay back on track as well.
And Saucer goes to the penalty box. ThunderQuads not slowing down on their penalties.
800 Terminator going to the box as well.
There are still 10 minutes left in the game.
ThunderQuads keeping their, not helping out their jammers very much by being in the box all this time, And Lucky Phil aiming for a jump. He's just gone for a penalty.
And that is that an expulsion?
I think it's an expulsion. He's just been expelled.
Oh, no. It's a penalty?
Yes, he was in the air with both feet off the ground when he hit the, I think it was P-Bay KQ. He's hit one of them. He's out. He's gone. Yeah, expulsion.
That is an expulsion?
Yeah, so he's out of here. If he had one foot on the ground.
No, not an expulsion. Clearly we are confused. The signal given was, I thought it was an illegal procedure. Oh, pardon me, it was a misconduct, and he was sent to the penalty box. Now, one of the players, Sosa, has been fouled out of the game. He's got the helmet off and he's going off to take off the skates.
So I've just been informed that it was not an insubordination. It may be a foul out because it was
a misconduct call.
It was a misconduct call and also a stop block.
The misconduct was the 7th, I think.
Hang on 1 second, FTP.
Yeah. I think the misconduct was the 7th, and they were held for an extra minute to make the expulsion happen. The foul out happened, yeah.
Okay, thank you, FTP.
So a foul out rather than an expulsion?
Yeah, sorry. I got a bit excited there. I'm like, oh my God, what's happened? But, both feet off the ground, hitting someone.
There's certainly been a lot of things happening in the game, and I think the most interesting thing here is that Cruz and Moshi chatting like their mates.
However, Lucky Phil can't foul out because he's only on 3s, which means that if he did just get one for misconduct and also another one for stop block, that means he's only on 5. So I'd like to see what actually happens here. Personally, I think I'm right, but that's always what I think.
It's a good way to be confident. I can't actually see where Lucky Phil has gone.
No.
Oh, no. Lucky Phil is on the bench. Nothing's happened, Janice.
Nothing's happened?
Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Honey Collider coming back and explaining to his bench what's going on.
Okay.
My understanding was that Lucky Phil got a misconduct call.
Yeah.
Went to the penalty box, but he's not still in the penalty box. But he hasn't been expelled either.
Oh, man. I was wrong.
And we are clueless.
I'm usually so right, you know. It's just not even a question about it.
So there is an official review, no
Yeah.
doubt, trying to work out the details of what just happened. Gives us a good opportunity to tell you about our sponsors today.
Yes, our sponsors. We have Better Bearings.
Better Bearings been helping out Down Under Derby TV since its inception,
Absolutely.
alongside Skate Project.
Yep.
And both mobs very supportive of Down Under Derby TV. So thank you so much to Better Bearings and thank you so much to Skate Project.
Junkyard Jerks
Junkyard
for our
Jerks.
instant replay.
Very specific way of sponsoring Down Under Derby TV. And of course, if you have an organisation or if you work for an organisation that you think might benefit from having, I think it's like 3,000 people watching online, then you are certainly welcome to get in contact with Down Under Derby TV to see how you can get your logo up on our screen.
Just so you know, we've been receiving some tweets that are a little bit not PG rated. We won't be able to be showing those. We won't be able to show you those online, unfortunately. We are checking the Spanish translation before they go onto Down Under Derby TV. So unfortunately,
You
we
cheeky
can't.
Spanish speakers out there.
We can't show any of those.
You know, I bet it's actually
words.
an Australian Spanish speaker trying to get Argentina into trouble.
Oh, probably. You know what, though? If I could tweet, you know, some of those words, if I could say those words, I would be fluent in them right now on live stream, but I am not allowed to. If you should hear me on, like, you know, in-house, I will say anything and everything, but not...
Not on the live stream,
No.
because the live stream is sponsored.
Yes.
Better Bearings,
Yes.
Skate Project,
Junkyard.
Junkyard Jerks, which is Maitland Roller Derby League.
Yes.
What the referees are talking about right now, it's from the new rule book. If you are going to jump into a space, there has to be a space there. You can't jump without a space being there.
Yep.
So the ThunderQuads are asking for a penalty to be given to Lucky Phil for charging, it's called, and that's trying to jump into a space that isn't there.
We're going to see if we can get a Junkyard Jerks replay on that actual jump that Lucky Phil made to see if we can actually have another look at what's happened. Just bear with us while we have a look for that.
You know, there were a couple of other explanations for some of the Spanish names that are being used by the ThunderQuads. So we had Pibe means kid, Sosa. We're not sure what Sosa stands for, but Sosa does also mean soda.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it means soda for him.
Okay.
Chispa is spark, and Cruz is cross.
Okay.
And then we've got Morsa, which means walrus.
Are we sure that's what it means?
We're not sure.
Okay.
We could be totally making things up. I'm not making things up. Google Translate is who I am holding responsible for that.
You know who I feel sorry for in these times while Derby's happening?
Mostly us.
I look, we have to come out with things. We have to pull them out of places where the sun don't shine. But I really feel sorry for the jam timer.
Oh my goodness, I know. With the
jam
arms in the air,
timers.
that is quite onerous, really. Holding out the O, official review. Usually they're holding out the O and pointing to the team that has called the official review. In this case, it is the Thunder Squad, the ThunderQuads, and that's indicated on the scoreboard by the flashing light of the official review light. I don't think the little fella's flashing on the little screen that you can see.
No, not on the little screen.
Black team called an official review to look at upgrading the leaping contact. The leaping contact call stands. Black lose their official review.
So when they say upgrading and making a worse penalty than what it was, but the referees are satisfied that they have given the appropriate level of penalty. So we're back to the regular game. Vanguard sitting on 151 against the ThunderQuads on 93. Vanguard in the blue, Quads in the black, and we have Cruz jamming for the Quads.
And Mosh Pit for the Vanguards in the blue.
Flaming Galah managing to get Cruz out on the outside line.
I really like that name, Flaming Galah.
Very Australian.
Very Australian.
Flaming Galah doing it again. I actually think it was Pretty Skate Machine that drew him out, but Cruz going behind Flaming Galah all the same. Moshi being forced out. So back then I think it was Moshi being forced out by Terminator, but then Terminator being forced out by one of the Vanguard blockers. So Moshi able to rejoin the track straight away.
Yes. We're having a little bit of feedback because I don't believe the official's microphone is off and it's sitting in the middle of the track on still.
They have skills in other areas, Janice.
Sorry?
They have skills in other areas.
That's all good. I'm just explaining what's happening.
Seven
if you
and
can hear extra.
7.5 minutes left in this game. This has been the longest game in the history of Derby, I feel.
It just feels that way.
Past the Chief taking the outside line, managing to scroll past, that was Terminator. Cruz sent to the penalty box. But KQ is the jammer right now.
Okay, we have that replay from earlier with Lucky Phil. Okay, let's see if we can get that
Thanks
instant
again.
replay.
Thanks again to the Junkyard Jerks for bringing us these replays.
There is that jump. Lucky Phil jumped just as...
So referees felt that there was a space appropriate for him to jump into, therefore it was an egregious penalty. Cheesebar jousting on the just past the jammer line.
Meanwhile, Terminator being sent back to the box. As Cruz comes out of the box to assist Chispa, getting Flaming Galah off him.
Lucky Phil drawing a track cut, giving Chispa the power jam. He's lead jammer as well, so he can call the jam off whenever he wants. There's a minute and a bit left in this jam. Let's see how far he takes this one.
So we have so far, we've seen foul outs for Sosa and Mr. Borderline, and looking at the penalties there for ThunderQuads, they're very heavy. There may be, with 5 minutes left to go in the game, there may be another one as Terminator gets sent back to the box.
Pablitox out of the penalty box with 2 blockers now for the ThunderQuads. Just incredible trying to neutralise Donnet.
Cruz as the jammer for the ThunderQuads being sent to the... Chispa being sent to the box as ThunderQuads jammer. We have a lot of action happening right now between Lucky Phil.
Just incredible choosing to capture Donnet in the back there. Pablitox. And Donnet is the only blocker on the track for the ThunderQuads, but he is quite happy to take Lucky Phil on, unable to stop him. Just incredible trying to drive him out.
Chispa back on track now.
Chispa having Just Incredible to deal with again as well. Flaming Galah, Pretty Skate Machine and JS.
Terminator back on track just in time. Okay, we have another foul out for black number 12, who is Cruz.
Chispa helping out the referees there by holding up his fingers to indicate how many points he feels they scored.
Four points there for... We have some chanting in the background there. I'm not sure what that's about.
Well, that's what happens when you get fouled out of the game. You get to go and yell Horus on the side.
So that's 3 foul outs now there for the ThunderQuads, with number 4
Bogacho
and 420 Mozza also on their 7th Sorry, 6.
Morris, that does
Sorry.
mean walrus. Cruz Cross is also his last name.
There you go. Thank you
Sosa
so
is his
much.
last name, so he's not actually Soda. Sosa is his last name.
Thank you so much for that tweet. That clears a lot of stuff up for
Thank you
us.
most especially for not sending through Spanish rude words.
We really appreciate
We
it.
are quite vulnerable, being, ignorant. It has been a great game. Thank you, Joe Greaves, for sending this tweet. We really do appreciate your participation. 55 points the difference now.
And here is our updated... Oh, can we have that back again? We'll see if we can get that back
You have
again.
to do speed reading sometimes, don't you?
Sosa out, Mr. Borderland out, Cruz out. So we've still got 6 for Bergalo, Mozza as well, also on 6. So it's a really super penalty, heavy game. Terminator on for Pablitox and Donne, both on 5 each, as well as KQ. Oh,
No penalties at all for Santa. I'm not sure if he's actually been on the track. I have not seen him, but there has been so many other things to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is every chance he's been standing right in front of me, dancing with his arms, flapping around. I would not have noticed him.
We really wouldn't have. Lucky Phil, the only one on the Vanguard in the orange on our penalty score sheet for Down Under Derby, which means that he is the only one on Vanguard with 5. Everyone else is in the black still.
And there is that other penalty again, going for the charging penalty.
Oh, wow.
It's always a relief when you see that sort of a move and everyone gets up and walks away.
Moshi dancing on the jammer line, feeling sexual healing. It's the song that's playing at the moment. Getting into the groove. Pibre also on the line, not feeling the groove as much, but still doing his thing, getting psyched for the next jam.
And we would certainly encourage you to stay online for the next game. The next game is going to be between the Scartel from Brisbane, and they are up against Capital Carnage from Canberra. This will be the final game for the tournament. Thank you again to all of our referees and non-skating officials. They have been working tirelessly under lots and lots of pressure, which is fantastic. Fantastic to see the pressure applied to everyone in this tournament. But it is most notable. Their excellent performances has been most notable. Thank you also to the crew from Down Under Derby TV.
We currently have, not only people filming on the cameras, we've also got switchboard operators, producers, we've also got people running back and forth, making sure that we have the same penalties that are on the whiteboard in the middle. Well, it's not a whiteboard, it's like a light-up board in the middle of our track here.
I think it's called the Nighthawk.
The light board. Oh,
The Nighthawk.
the Nighthawk?
It has a name.
Oh, there you go. Fancy.
Very fancy.
Okay, so we have Moshi on track on his own. Meanwhile, we
So
have
that previous jam was 9 points to the ThunderQuads, 5 to Vanguard.
Chispa sitting in the box. He must have scored a penalty at the end of that last jam, making him in the box. We've also got number 44, Pablox, coming back on. Pablitox.
Moshi
Sorry.
scoring 5 there, making it look easy.
Oh, I don't know. It looks
This is
like he
his-
might be over this.
This is his third game in
Yeah.
this tournament. He's been jamming every third jam.
Yeah.
Cheese bar, however, fresh as a daisy.
Coming out of the box.
Just a little quick jump there, using all of his momentum to give him the
Absolutely.
pace to be able to just lift those feet up and get some air.
Absolutely. Look, I don't know whether he scored anything just then. It was called off. No, he didn't.
Nothing scored, 2 points added to Vanguard, and really while he didn't score, he put enough pressure on Vanguard to force them to call it off before they
Absolutely.
scored 4.
Forcing the call.
That gave Vanguard 7 more points.
There's our penalty board there for
Lucky Phil in the orange.
Vanguard. Canage Nice and clean game there. I couldn't quite get who else was nice and clean then from Vanguard. Ibre up the outside through over everyone's feet as our lead jammer.
Faster Chief trying to get past Donnet. Donnet has been very effective, but pulled a penalty there.
Sent back to the box. He is now on his 6 as well.
I believe that one was a low block for Donnet.
And we have Pibre calling it. I like
Two
it how he
blockers
just
on the track.
I like it how he just stops. He's like, I'm not going to waste my energy here. Just going to stop right here and call it.
Here and now. No need to round the corner.
Here's our instant replay here. Look how fast Pibre goes around that track. Gets down super low. Here we have Chispa against Moshi.
There is a minute and a half left in this game.
Okay, we have this tweet says, even if you win or lose, it does not matter. There you go, one out to the ThunderQuads. Thank you very much for that tweet.
They've been tremendous visitors and tremendous participants of this tournament, Murder Down Under. So thank you so much to everyone who was involved in getting the ThunderQuads out here.
Absolutely. And they have played hard the whole time they've been here. They don't stop.
Pablito's off to the penalty box. I can't actually remember how many penalties he was on.
Cat truck there from Donne, which means that will be his final penalty served, which means that he is out of the game as well.
Flaming Galar looking very awkward on his skates here. I'm not sure what the story is. It looks like he might have injured. Maybe it's an injury, maybe it's a broken skate. I'm not very sure.
Okay, 14 seconds left on the clock, 53 in this jam. Pavlovak's on track. Pavlitok, back on track. As is Chispa. Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Moshi stopping in front of his bench, but
And
decides to keep on skating.
He will, because this is the last jam. He is now only have 25 seconds left in this jam, and if he calls it, then that's it. If he decides to keep going, then he's...
That looks very much like a low block, and that has been called. A low block to Chispa.
Okay.
That gives Moshi the power jam.
We've got
10 more seconds of power jam.
Another foul out of Begalo. And it looks like maybe Chispa has also fouled out in this last jam.
Moshi taking Pablitox down. And that is the end of the game. The unofficial score up on the scoreboard there. And we'd like to tell you who it was that you have been watching for the ThunderQuads from Buenos Aires in Argentina. We have Pibe, Sosa, Chispa, Cruz, Mr. Borderline, KQ, Raichu, Bergasho, Morsa, Pablitox, Santa, Terminator, Donet, Francesca, Plasic, and Turbanegro.
Okay, and from Vanguard we have Skate Pilgrim, Lucky Phil, Faster Chief, Simon Chambers, Mosh Pit, Nojitsu, Princess Twinkle Toes, Lulu, Canage, JS, Pretty Skate Machine, Serial Killer, Coop Deluxe, Wolf Brother, Just Incredible, Flamin' Galar, McFly, Harry Spotter, Maverickity, Honey Collider, and Victoria beat her. Wow, what a game.
What a game. And thank you again to our sponsors, Junkyard Jerks.
Can we see those final penalties there? We've got Vanguard's final penalties. You know, it's not as clean as I have seen it in the other games yet so far, but it's still,
comparative to the ThunderQuads penalty board.
Here's the ThunderQuads.
All those colours.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foul outs, and yeah, that's quite a lot, isn't it?
It is a very penalty-heavy game. Thank you also to Better Bearings for sponsoring the Down Under Derby for telecast. And thank you also to Skate Project.
ThunderQuads at 13 in the MRDA. I'll see if I can get that one back up
13 in the world, I believe it was.
Yep. Where will the Vanguard end up after this tournament? Well, that's interesting. Very interesting. I'm not sure where they'll end up. I'm wondering what will happen.
And finishing the game in the manner that it should be. Lots of hugs going around. Just leaving all the intense activity on the track.
Oh, thank you so much, Chief's Grandma. That's really nice. We're glad we're able to bring this to you, and make sure that Chief's nice and safe, and so are the rest of the skaters from the officials' point of view. They really do a great job.
Thank you once again to all of our referees and non-skating officials. Kathy Salas, Corkscrew, You Deathly Bellows, Double Dutch, Fifi Firestarter, Flucy Lawless, General Payne, Leo Slayer, MOD, Nasty Surprise, Purple Sister Murphy, Stockard Slamming, T-Rex, Tinker Belter, Travis T and Whip Kraken. And the heads of those groups of non-skating officials, Seath Lord, Satisfaction and Switzerland. And thank you also to our referees, Denominator, Game Over, Axiom Addict, Bobo Buzzkill, Border Patrol, Devil Spawn, Izzy For Real, KK, Kim Tonkin, Mother Superior, Nick Romancy, Rawn Bear, Refinatrix, Sparkles and the Spanish Inquisition. We have confirmation there that is the final score. Vanguard from Victoria, 190, played ThunderQuads from Buenos Aires, sitting on 108.
What an amazing game. We knew it would be an amazing game, these two. We've seen in the whole weekend, take on the same teams and get similar results from each team. So it was always going to be interesting to see what they got.
Absolute force in men's roller derby league. Thank you so much for watching with us. The next game will start in just 10 minutes or so, and that will be between Scartel from Brisbane and Carnage from Canberra. My name is Mel O'Drama.
And I'm Janice Jobham.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're watching Down Under Derby TV.
This is Trixie for Down Under Derby TV. I am joined by the very victorious Simon Chambers for your final game for the MRDA Down Under International Tournament. How was that?
That was so good. I'm so excited. We're constantly saying keep our formations together, keep calm, keep collected, and I'm so pumped. I don't want to yell into your microphone, but I'm so excited. So good. Yes!
I wasn't planning to do an interview, but he did run up and actually ask to do one.
Where's my interview?
It's here. And I just wanted to congratulate you on playing a very clean game as well. You guys did incredibly against a really strong team. What do you guys think you did differently for this game that you weren't doing in the other games?
That's an interesting question. I feel like we were doing or trying to do what we did do in the other games, but we knew that ThunderQuads were very passionate. They're very good at what they do, but we felt like if we really kept calm, really kept controlled, kept our formations together. So with their jammers, when they were going up against walls that were a bit loose, they were getting out really quickly, and especially with a bit of they wanted the front the whole time. We said, you're not going to have the front, we're going to take the front. So we were in a huge advantage in that we got to watch them play 3 games and then come up with a game plan against them. But yeah, so we just kept our formations, kept calm. Even when we were getting heated, we'd go, hey guys, calm down. And I think that they kind of went the other way. They started going up, more penalties, more aggression, more craziness. Yeah, it was interesting.
It was really fantastic to see you play so many different teams over the weekend. What is next for Vanguard?
Next for Vanguard, really exciting. Big O, you got to watch it. Buy some merch. I don't know if you can see it in the background over there. There's Vanguard kind of with a, what's his name? Captain America shield. So buy some shirts, support Vanguard. Vanguard are going to go to the Big O, try and push our stats up, get our world ranking up. Really excited. Can I be really lame and do a quick plug for my sponsor, Skater HQ? Here, they've sponsored us, Sarah Chambers and myself, with plates and shit. Sorry, swear word. Plates and stuff, and been awesome. They're such good people. They're awesome for if you want to get your skates fitted properly, good insoles, good boots, good plates, good everything. They're just excellent service. So, shameless plug for my sponsor.
That's what we like to see. We shamelessly plug our sponsors all the time.
Awesome.
And I hope that you had the most fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for coming and bringing such incredible athleticism. You guys are absolutely the future of men's derby, and I cannot wait to see what you guys do next. Good, best of luck at the Big O, and congratulations on your big win once again.
Thank you so much.
I will let you go and de-sweat.
Thank you.
That was the Vanguard versus the ThunderQuads game, the second last game for the MRDA Down Under tournament. The final score of that has just disappeared, but it was very impressive. I don't have it written down. Stick around though, we do have one last game for you. We have the Capital Carnage from Canberra up against the Scartel from Brisbane City Rollers. Stick around for that.